Okay, let me tell you something that still messes with my head. I've never told this to anyone in full, not because I'm afraid they won't believe me. Though, yeah, that too. But because say out loud feels like it might bring it back. But here we go. You're already here, and I can't sleep tonight anyway. This all happened 2 years ago when I moved into a studio apartment in the East Village. You know the type. Tiny, overpriced, kind of grimy in a charming way. The kind of place that feels like it has a dozen lives in its walls. I was fresh out of a bad breakup and desperate to start over. So when I found a listing that didn't make me want to cry, I took it without asking too many questions. The apartment came mostly furnished, which should have been a red flag, now that I think about it. Like, who leaves a perfectly good place behind? Furniture and all, for no reason. But I was broke, and the guy who showed it to me, the landlord's nephew or something, was in a hurry. He barely looked at me during the walkthrough and kept glancing at the bathroom like he was expecting something to come out of it. I should have run then. The first few nights were uneventful, unless you count the neighbor upstairs dropping what I can only assume were bowling balls every night at 1 a.m. I was adjusting, trying to be optimistic. The bed was a bit creaky. The fridge made a noise like a dying goat. But hey, it was mine. Then came the mirror. It was this old, rectangular thing bolted to the bathroom wall above the sink. Black metal frame, kind of vintage, maybe even antique. It had these weird little ridges carved into the corners like teeth or thorns, and I assumed it was just some artsy design. Didn't give it much thought, until I noticed it fogged up. Now, that doesn't sound weird, right? Except I hadn't used a shower or hot water. I'd go in at night to brush my teeth, and there'd be a foggy patch right in the center, like someone had stood there breathing on it. I wiped it away. Next night, same thing. Okay, maybe there was a leak, maybe pipes behind the wall, or temperature differences. I'm not a plumber. I rationalized it. That's what we do, isn't it? Then came the blink. I swear on everything. I was brushing my teeth one night, half asleep, hair a mess, eyes puffy, when I looked up and saw my reflection blink. Except I hadn't. It was the tiniest delay, like half a second. But I saw it. I moved my head slowly side to side. The reflection followed perfectly. But then I stopped, and it kept going just a breath longer. I laughed nervously, wiped my eyes, told myself I was overtired. But then I tested it. I lifted my left hand. The reflection lifted its right. All good. But when I slowly dropped my arm again, the reflection's hand twitched. Not a full movement, just a flick like a glitch. I stared at that mirror for what felt like an hour. Finally turned off the light and went to bed. Told myself I was imagining it. But something deep inside me, some ancient part of my brain, was screaming. Not in words, just raw instinct. Get out. I didn't listen. The next few days were filled with little things. I'd walk past the bathroom and swear I saw a movement. Just a shape, a flicker. I stopped using the mirror, except when absolutely necessary. Then, one night, the light in the bathroom was already on when I got home. Now, I know for a fact I turned it off that morning. I always do. I'm neurotic about my electric bill. But there it was, casting a soft glow down the hall like an open eye. And I swear the air was thick, humid, like someone had just taken a shower. But the tub was dry. This is when I did something I regret. I took a photo of the mirror. I had this idea. I wanted to see if I could catch it, whatever it was. So I walked in, lifted my phone, and snapped a photo. Nothing weird at first glance. Just me, the mirror, a cracked tile in the corner I hadn't noticed before. But when I zoomed in, my reflection was smiling. I wasn't. Mouth closed, neutral expression. But in the photo, my face, her face, was smiling just a little. Lips curled, eyes sharper, like she knew something I didn't. I deleted the photo, then checked the trash folder. Deleted it again. My heart was in my throat. That night, I dreamed about her. I was standing in front of the mirror, unable to move. My body felt like stone, but my reflection moved freely. She waved. I didn't. She mouthed something slow and deliberate. Let me in. I woke up drenched in sweat. The light in the bathroom was on again. This time, I taped it shut. I kid you not. I took masking tape and made a giant X across the light switch. Then I pushed my dresser against the bathroom door. Told myself I was being paranoid, but it made me feel better until the scratching started. Soft, intermittent, like fingernails on wood. It came from inside the bathroom. Sometimes at 2 a.m., sometimes at 4, just enough to wake me. I'd sit up, heart racing, staring at that door. The scratching would stop when I moved, like it knew I was listening. One night, I finally got brave. I slid the dresser aside, heart hammering, and opened the door. The light was off. The mirror was fogged. I stepped in just a little, not even fully inside. Looked at the sink. Dry. Everything dry. Then I looked at the mirror. There was a handprint on it. A small one like a woman's, pressed flat against the glass from the inside. I slammed the door, pushed the dresser back, and called my mom. Didn't even try to explain it. Just asked if I could come visit. She said yes. I packed a bag and left that night. And I swear, as I was locking the door behind me, I heard a soft tap-tap on the bathroom mirror. I stayed at my mom's for a week. Told her I had a mold issue, which wasn't entirely untrue. Something was growing in that place. All right, but after 7 days, I figured I'd lost my mind a little, and I had to go back sometime. When I did, the apartment was exactly the same, except for one thing. The mirror was gone. I don't mean fell off the wall or got removed. I mean there was no sign it had ever been there. No bolts, no frame, no discoloration. Just smooth, clean tile where it used to be. I called the landlord. He sounded confused. There's never been a mirror in that bathroom, he said. We always let tenants install their own. I didn't believe him. I didn't want to believe him, but I couldn't argue either. It was gone. Things were quiet for a while after that. A month maybe. No fog. No blinking. I started to relax. I even laughed at myself. Maybe I had lost it for a while. The stress of the breakup, new apartment, being alone. Then, one morning, I opened my phone camera to check my makeup. And she was there. The reflection, not in the bathroom mirror, because it didn't exist anymore, but in my phone screen. Just a flicker. A momentary lag. I tilted my head left, and she tilted a second late. Eyes too wide. Smile just forming. I dropped the phone. Let it clatter to the floor. My legs felt like jelly. I stopped using the front camera after that. Covered all reflective surfaces. Bought a shower curtain that wasn't shiny, but it didn't matter. She found new ways. Store windows, sunglasses, even puddles. Always just a second behind. Watching, waiting. Once, I caught her mouthing something again. Same phrase. Let me in. I moved 6 months later. Left half my stuff behind. Didn't care. I needed out. But here's the thing. She came with me. Not always. Not every day. But sometimes I'll be walking past a dark car window or glancing into the microwave door and I'll see her just watching, smiling. And a few nights ago, I swear I woke up and saw her standing at the foot of my bed, just for a second, gone when I blinked. So yeah, that's my story. I don't look in mirrors anymore if I can help it. But sometimes when I can't avoid it, I test her. I lift my hand slowly, and I pray she doesn't blink first.